All right, hello and welcome to the Matchday Vlogs channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button, hit subscribe, because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here this evening to talk about the previous 2 goals that we scored away at Portman Road, but somehow only came away with 1 point. We'll also be looking ahead to the weekend's fixture against Stoke City. The Potters are coming to St Mary's, and we will, of course, be going over all the ridiculous transfer rumours which are currently circling around all kinds of things. But as always, let us know where you're watching the show from, far and wide, whether it's in the UK or further afield. It's always fun to find out. I'm joined always by Jack, who again has got his notes ready. The prep that he's done is absolutely superb here. So we've got all the details to go over and talk all things Southampton. How are you doing, Jack?
Yeah, mate, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm getting a little bit annoyed and stressed out with various transfers. Kind of, it's happening, it's not happening, it's happening, it's not happening, it's definitely not happening. Move on.
It is just whiplash on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
Just back and forth.
It's a brutal place to be with all kinds of things going on. But FFC Joey is watching from the mighty Wales. Look at that.
North or south?
Yeah.
North or south or
North
west?
would be what? Wrexham. South would be Cardiff, Swansea, that kind of thing.
Depends. Do you like mountains or do you like nights out? I think that's the difference.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, Snowdon's in the north and, Cardiff's on the south coast. Evening to everyone. Join us in the chat section. You can keep your chats coming. We're going to be talking also about the score predictions for the weekend, and also we'll be looking at our strongest 11. Now that we've seen the team perform for a few games now, I think we can actually put into place what we think is our strongest current 11. But let's have a look back at the weekend's game. It ended 1-1, a calamitous error at the back, which somehow led to it being bumbled over the line by Taylor Harwood-Bellis, and yet again we go behind. But
I thought it was a cheeky finish by him, to be fair. Shoulder in. Quite Balotelli, if you ask me. If you didn't know he had that in the locker. That's Man City blood.
It felt like if we didn't have 3 centre-halves, maybe that would have gotten away with it. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to say, isn't it? I think there is a lot of compensation for those 3 centre-backs. Do we need it? I don't think so. But maybe Ipswich wasn't the game to start at 4 at the back. I think considering that is...
They'd sold all their striking threat.
I mean, they did say they have sold all their strike power, but you have to admit, like, going into that game, this was kind of bookies' favourite of first and second playing each other, so you kind of come out with a bit more caution.
Yeah,
especially because Will still... I know we're going to do our strongest 11, but I still don't think Will knows what his strongest is. And I think he's also made comments saying, listen, until the window's shut, I don't know what my strongest 11 is going to be because I don't know who's going to be here or not be here by the time September runs around. So better to err on the side of caution, especially in the second game. So I wasn't too upset to see it, but I think as the game goes on, you can quickly go like, let's just get rid of it because there doesn't need to be that many there.
Yeah.
I do feel a bit bad for Kwasi having to go on the left side because that's clearly not the side that he wants to be on. And I think that's kind of why his passing was so atrocious, and that's what the first goal was because of that bad pass to Wellington. He was doing it all game.
Yeah.
But let's be fair, we were pretty much straight past FC in that game.
Yeah,
Some
it was.
honking passing around the back there. I don't know. Look at it. Finding out that our pass accuracy was 80% is kind of mad because I thought actually they were quite sloppy, but there was a few from Taylor Harwood-Bellis that I was like, I can't believe that's the same Taylor Harwood-Bellis passing these balls about. Granted, he might not be completely match fit yet, but he was a bit smelly, I thought.
No.
In that game.
And I thought the big factor is this is the fact that, it's kind of a bit of a mixed match of the squad because what we had against Wrexham was different from what we had on the road against Ipswich. And then we had a completely different lineup in the Cup, which, is a different story because you're playing away from home on a pitch that's not really used to that kind of stuff. So perhaps there was a bit of caution by the players playing their way they were. But yeah, I mean, I thought everyone had a fairly decent game. Wellington was terrifying me with his challenges. Well, as soon as he got a yellow card, I was thinking like, ooh, that's
pretty wild as Wellington. I understand a lot of people were a bit upset that like Manning was left out of the squad. But when you look at
man of the match,
man of the match. But let's be fair, it was because he came on and banged a goal in and gave an assist. It was an insane last few minutes of the match. If he did do it, so I'm not saying so like it's a bit pointless saying. But if he didn't come on the switch and score that free kick, you probably wouldn't be that upset about kind of what the difference would be. But I think Wellington's defensive stats have been really great.
Yeah.
He's really been. I think I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure he has the most challenges in the league so far this season.
Oh, wow, okay.
And success rates. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read this weekend. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's an argument for why Wellington is starting these matches. I don't think Will's doing it despite Manning. I think there's just a bit of a battle for a place there.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of happy about. Having a bit of an embarrassment of riches of being like, oh, it's not that either of them are bad. They're both very good and both fighting for that spot.
Yeah, exactly. Andy's saying here, I agree with what Will said 3 months ago. Would have collapsed and lost 3-0. That mentality has definitely changed. It was great to see. I mean, we've come back from behind in our 2 league fixtures so far. And, you know, I think perhaps being away at Portman Road with the home crowd the way they were, that's an impressive thing to do. I don't think it should be overlooked.
And it's, defensively, we could say a lot of things, but in reality, is we've conceded 2 goals, and one of them was a pretty smelly own goal, and the other one was probably a pointless penalty. It could have been stopped. I think Jack Stevens had that Wrexham goal covered anyway. So, conceded 2 goals, both very much our own fault, but not in the style of it that it was last season or under us, where it was like, oh my god, we've really caused a rod for our own backs there. It's not that bad, and it's all kinks that'll get worked out pretty quickly. I just feel a bit bad for Quasi because I feel like he's been pretty good, and he's got the
Needs time though, doesn't he?
He needs time.
He's very young.
He's adapting to the English game and the physicality of it and what goes on, and also the style that they want. I think he has all the right attributes. He's fast. He's powerful. He's got his strength. I think he's, considering he's like 20, like he's really young. He's got a good head on him. I think it's just about him learning the game of how we're playing it and how it's played over here.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't drop him.
No.
I mean, I still kind of think we should go for it at the back now.
It's his pace as well that excites me. The fact that he can basically be a presence near the penalty area and still track back and get back there. And we haven't really got like that many physical centre halves, and it just looks like
and I thought,
bit of time.
I actually thought, as far as mentality goes, I thought Taylor Holloway-Bayliss was worse. I think he looked like he lost his head quite quickly, and it took the other two to sort of calm it down a little bit, and then he was just banging. I was quite disappointed in Taylor's appearances so far. I don't think they've been that great. Granted, he had a bit more of a break in the summertime, but I just don't think he's looked quite the same player since coming out of the Championship for the first time.
£20 million in the Premier League.
I know, mental, isn't it? Mental.
Yeah.
But we should probably give a big up to Jack Stevens.
Big up to Jack Stevens, yeah, absolutely.
Because it's definitely his league.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could say how, beginning of the season, it was fresh slate. Let's forget what happened in the Prem. Everybody was bad, and Stevens has just come in and stepped right up. I think he's the kind of the captain that you want right now. He's definitely the kind of centre back. He's he's clearly head and shoulders the best centre back that's been playing. And I get why everybody was like, he shouldn't have the captain's armband. He shouldn't be playing. Blah blah blah. We all were upset at the end of last season, but coming in this year, I think Jack's been absolutely amazing so far.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Another young talent of ours who we should give mention to is, of course, Jay Robinson. I mean, scored that.
Tyler Diblin, who?
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like that, doesn't it?
It's he's great. He's just kind of got a bit of everything, doesn't he? He's really great. Like taking the ball, he's really brave, and he will just take on players, which is just incredible. With and the goal. It's crazy to say it was coming. Like, it really did feel like, Jay Robinson's going to score in one of these opening few games. He is going to be, he's going to be one of our key things, attacking things going forward this season. But we are kind of almost in a position again where we are relying on a 19-year-old to score goals.
Yeah.
We need to sort that out. I mean, we're getting the transfers in a little bit, but dear Lord, do we need these strikers to start striking?
Yeah, we will. I mean, we were without 2 strikers at the weekend because of illness. So Ross Stewart and Damien Downs were both out due to illness. So I understand they're back in contention for this weekend.
Yes, they are. I think Will's given them both the all clear. I think the only ones that are missing are Smallbone and Bree. And I think Bree will probably be a good addition to this team once he comes back, and Charlie Taylor, especially for that right back role and that right sided centre back role if they are playing free at the back.
Yeah.
There's some good defensive players to come back. All for this league, I think, will be very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of stuff to get chatted into. So, I was quite happy with the point away. I think as it got towards the end of the game, it got a bit shaky. We were still going for the win, which I like.
Yeah.
But being a Southampton fan, it also made me very, very nervous to think like,
It was a game where both teams lacked anything up front, and it was two teams that are quite clearly not the finished product or what they're going to be like at the end of the season. So kind of like the best time to play each other and also the worst time.
Yeah.
Both teams probably felt like they probably could have gotten something out of that game at any different moments. And it was, I can't remember, I'm quoting another pod on this. I heard them say, I can't remember which one said it, but it was like, Ipswich had the best chances, but we had the best play.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of thought Coventry might score, but when it actually came to it, you're like, actually, Southampton are playing, are kind of running this game a bit more.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah,
really how it kind of went.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that one is done and dusted, and in a certain respect, also to not lose to someone who were potentially going to be up there at the end of the season.
Still unbeaten.
We're still unbeaten, and it's a good way to come from. Of course, Ipswich themselves only have 2 points on the board, are unbeaten. We've got 4, so it's early days. I'm scraping around here, but what can we say? Right, looking ahead, Stoke. This magnificent graphic that Jack's done. I'm loving that.
Gorgeous, huh?
Look at that.
Just get me some pictures together, Jack. Oh, it's more than that, mate. I'll get on my photo editor. You've got lights to set up.
I got all the lights to set up. Yes, so Robin's the manager here at Stoke City. Of course, last time we faced him he was in the Coventry City. I wonder if it goes to all the cities and eventually manage them all. Who knows?
Well, after Man City get their points reduction and they're playing.
Maybe. It'll be Bristol City, Leicester City, Coventry City, Stoke City, maybe Man City.
Yeah, Man City in the Conference League.
Exactly. Work to be done. Stoke City, unbeaten, top of the Championship currently. Faced Sheffield Wednesday side on the opening day.
Yes.
It was the opening day of the season. Didn't Sheffield Wednesday, they played Leicester the opening day, or did they play Derby? Either way, they've beaten
Are
them.
you questioning my notes?
I just wonder which order they were in.
You questioning my notes, boy?
Who knows?
Yeah, it was Wednesday, the opening game. And then the Derby, the most recent game. And then they had that 0-0 draw to Walsall in the cup. I don't think anybody's really counting those cup games as meaning anything. No. I think they are all just pre-season part 2. Let's get some of the outliers get us going. But yeah, really good start from Stoke. They've been absolutely banging it in. Devin, I'm going to butcher it. Mubama?
I would go with that.
Devin Mubama? Is that what
Devin Mubama.
That's it. And Sorban Thomas, I can say that one.
Mm-hmm.
They've both come in this window and have looked really, really good from City and Huddersfield, respectively. Mm-hmm. They've both come in. First game, they both scored. Second game, Mumba scored and Thomas got an assist. So they both kind of off to the races pretty quick.
Yep.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to buy some attacking players and they just hit the ground running. That'd be a really cool thing to happen.
What is that? That's so strange. That's so strange. Quick question for anyone out there. Can anyone remember what the score was last time Stoke City came to St Mary's? Little pop trivia for you there. I'm going to give a shout out to the first person who gets that right. So the last score at St Mary's between Southampton and Stoke City.
Now, are you saying that because I've written it there for you?
Is that right?
No, are you talking about the cup or are you talking about the league?
I'm talking about the league.
Oh wait, no, that's the Coventry game. I did have it's on there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I have given you all
I
the
know what it
games.
is. I don't need. I remember what it was because it was a rather depressing. Look at it. FFC's Joey's got it. A depressing end to the season, which then turned into the playoff journey of what it was.
Yeah, it was grim, wasn't it, that game?
Look at that.
But it was like,
and everyone left early,
well,
and the lap of honour was just us, 20 other people, and the entire squad.
And to be fair, we weren't really giving them the full honours either. We were like, this is odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that was, we can't get automatics. They had something a bit more to play for. Yeah, it was a kind of sloppy game in that sense. Like, we didn't really have anything to gain out of it. They had sort of everything to gain out of it, and we kind of knew that playoffs are coming up now.
Didn't really matter for us to do it.
No, it didn't. So you kind of get that. But on the flip side, that away game that season, that Stuart Armstrong free kick. What good night out that was.
It was cold evening.
Cold evening, a
cold Tuesday evening.
A long drive back. That was the night that Annie Rachel got a speeding ticket on the motorway on the way back. Yeah.
Oh, and I stayed in the hotel.
Yes, that's
over the road from the stadium. So.
Yes. You stayed in the industrial state and we all went home.
I want to say that I went to bed. I just was up editing late, so I think in a way we were both felt the pain.
Yeah, if you ever think of like, oh my god, Southampton have had a bad result, just think about Mike up at 3 o'clock in the morning having to edit together that bad result. And if you ever see clips, you think, cool, that was a bit out of date. It's because he's been taking so long to edit.
Exactly that. I saw a stat in the chat here from JB Rovers. We haven't scored at home against Stoke in the league since 2014.
Wow.
Wow.
And who scored that? Hey, JB Rovers, could you give us that stat? Let's think. 2014. Who's that going to be?
Oh my goodness.
Let's think.
It's going to be J-Rod, isn't it?
J-Rod, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that just off? About to say Pella. Would it be Pella? Or is it going to be something crazy like
Gaston Ramirez or something like that?
Danny Osvaldo?
Yeah, could be.
Or did he only scored that one goal, didn't he, against Man City? That absolutely beautiful chip. It was a Mane goal.
It was a Mane goal.
It was a Mane
Wow.
goal. See, we were right era. We knew the players at the time. Of course it was Mane. He always scored.
Sadio Mane.
But let's remember, Mane really struggled in his first game, much like Damien Downs did. So let's not...
wouldn't that be something if it was Damien Downs' first goal and then...
Right, guys, let's not try to tempt fate or get too excited. But if Damien Downs scores against Stoke this weekend, he is going to become electric. He's going to become that guy that we're looking for.
That's what we want.
And if he doesn't, then the club will sign Danny Ings before the window shuts. That free agent Danny Ings.
But look at the way Stoke have set up. I mean, they're obviously playing quite attactive and they're pretty good defensive wise as well. When we played the Robins team, who's the manager in the dugout at Coventry City last time, they were tough to get around. So well-disciplined side. So I'm kind of expecting a similar kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult game for us. I'm not walking into this one thinking, right, big scoreline for us or anything like that. I think we can't underestimate them because they've obviously got a real attacking threat. I don't see us not conceding in this game. If we don't concede, then I'll be very, very impressed by that because they have come out the gates flying. And there's no reason why they should come into this game thinking, oh, it's Premier League Southampton, we should probably be a bit more defensive. No, come. You can absolutely play your game against us, especially at this point of the season.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you got to be doing. So I do expect them to just kind of turn up and put the lever in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how Will handles that. And again, it's a manager that's dealt with a Southampton side before.
Yeah.
Although a very different Southampton side.
Very different Southampton side. I don't think we'll be messing around too much at the back in this regard. But yeah, no, it'll be set up. And I also feel that we need to put in a statement performance. I don't think, we've had the Hollywood kind of performance we had at St Mary's. We've had, we come back from a goal down away at Portman Road. I think I certainly feel that we need that kind of statement performance.
We need not a comfortable win against a team that is decent. When we beat Portsmouth 4-0, when that happens again, and it's going to happen again, it's going to be amazing. But at the same time, you are going to be like, oh, it is Portsmouth; they are rubbish. So they get a good result against a team that like Stoke that are doing well right now, that on a good run of form, will be able to knock them off their run of form a little bit. I think that would be a really good statement because I feel after the first two games we're lacking a little bit. We're not quite there, but we're still not going to be there Saturday. I don't see any signings coming in. So unless one of the builds that have already come in, like Damien Downs, really steps up. Again, when we get to our lineups later, would you start? Would you start Downs or Stewart? I just don't think Adama.
No, and I don't think he's not an out-and-out striker. He's a winger.
Yeah,
he's a winger. He's always been a winger, and he likes space to play into. So I think he just gets a little bit isolated and a little bit lost when he's put in that number 9 position.
I think you can go for a bit of a little and large strike force, especially with the lineups that we're going for. I mean, we're kind of looking, it'll be like a 5-3-2 sort of thing.
Yeah.
And with those fullbacks whipping balls into the box and having Adama by himself doesn't work. But if you had a bigger player or something a bit more threat, like Stewart or Downs, Adam's the kind of guy that you want picking scraps up in the 6-yard box, and he'll finish those. So not by himself, but as a two, it'd be great.
Yeah, and let's not forget we do also have the options of a certain Mateus Fernandes and also Tyler Dimling's still training, so he's still with the squad. He's still in contention. I understand they're both available to play, so it's got to be a positive, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. My slight concern is that it will get to the end of the window and neither of those two will leave, and the club will be like, wow, that's successful enough. Is it? We've kept the two players you thought you were going to lose.
In a way,
that is an issue. Like I'd be upset if they do think that. There's still additions to this squad that needs to be happening. Will said that Mateus Fernandes is a number 8.
yeah.
So I feel like that we still need that slightly more centre attacking midfielder. So that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people thinking saying like, oh, if it is going to be Mateus as an 8 and then there's going to be a slightly higher playing midfielder, what does that mean for Downs and Charles?
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be if it gets to a point where there's only really is one number 6 in the squad, one the CDM. I think those two battling out will be great for the season. It'll be great for both of them. Flynn shouldn't be comfortable. Charles shouldn't be comfortable. They should both be fighting for that spot.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Well, whilst we're talking about that, should we go on to our chosen 11?
Go on.
Or what we think is actually our strongest 11. So this is the point in the show where also you guys get a chance to put in who you think should be starting the game at the weekend. Of course, the presser was put out today. And I don't think anyone's out of contention. And Jack's looking at some updates on Spezia, so maybe we know a bit more on that in a moment or two. But yeah, stick in your preferred 11s into the chat section, and me and Jack will be going through those. And we've practiced this, and hopefully this all works out as I hoped. Will it work?
Sure things. Well, here's the thing. I dropped my lineup on X earlier on today. So if you're on Twitter, make sure you give me a follow at Fuels and tell me how wrong I am. I'm interested to see how you're going to be lining things up.
There we go. I've got
Are there spots that already choose themselves? I'm assuming yes.
I think so.
Okay. What are the locked in?
I think it's Baz really, isn't it? I think you can't really argue that Baz should be. Where is that? Where is my? It's in there somewhere. Hang on. Hold the line. There he goes. There it is. I've got it, people.
Hold the line, guys. Love isn't always on time.
It's not always on time. It's not always on time. Right, I've got to go for Baz. I think that for me is an absolute no-brainer. The club said that they are in search for number 3.
For number 3, and that's what I'd ideally like. I don't think I would actually prefer if they went for a number 2, making Alex McCarthy the number 3. No. But we can't get everything we want. But I do think another goalkeeper on the books is what we need to be doing.
Yeah, let's do player and club. There we go. That's fairly obvious. It's Southampton, isn't it? So don't need that icon here. Playing country. Player badge, club badge. No,
I would just have player.
No background. There we go. There we go. In goes Baz. And look at that defence. Of course, let's pull these into some kind of... Can I pull these into some kind of position? Maybe when I set them up. Right, okay. So, Jack, who are we going for into this position?
So for which position? For that?
Left side of the back 3.
I think it's going to be Quasi again. I think it's going to be Stevens, Quasi, and Taylor Harbour-Bellis. Maybe they let Bellis compensate a bit more for the left hand side of things. Kwashi, there he is.
Kwashi, there he is.
So yeah, it's. I think
he's got the wrong icon. Look at that.
Yeah, they're not up to date on this shit. I don't think Jay Robinson's on there either. I had to make my own earlier on. So, but yeah, I feel like taking him out of the squad at this point would just do more damage. He needs to keep that confidence up, keep learning the game, keep going again, get it ready and instilled in him.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame because, I think Edwards is great and Edwards is just sort of sat there on the bench, and I think Woods is looking really good. He looks a lot meaner now. He looks like he's put on a bit of timber, bulky. So we've got so many good options at centre-back, and I think that's why we're currently playing 3 at the back, because that's where we've got an abundance of players.
So is Harbour-Bellis sitting there?
I think so. Taylor! All capitals, just to let you know he's in business. The report that's popped up on my Twitter, by the way, is talking about old Edouard again, and it's just a repeat of a article that came out this afternoon, which was quickly proved not to be true. So we'll get into that later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm just bored of it.
Oh, it's rubbish.
Just
unless Alfie House posts it, don't worry about it too much.
Exactly that.
It's all about engagement. And if you see me or Mike posting about it, it is because we're trying to get engagement too. We're not actually...
Oh, 100%.
Oh, we have no idea what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
The only insider in the club that we have is Phil Parsons pay for this whole channel. That's why I'm wearing shirts now.
It's the money truck reversing. Hang on. I can just think of hear it. Yeah.
Why are they not filming on webcams animoore? Thank you, Phil.
Yeah. Thanks for the light, Phil. Cheers, Phil. Thanks, mate. Right. Are we going Wellington in this position again?
I think so.
Yeah.
Be a shame for Manning, but you got this.
Oh,
Man, maybe he's not on there. Maybe you're gonna have to go Ryan Manning, just to. I think it's
be on there.
I think it's Wellington with 1 hour, maybe. There he is.
Oh, look at that. He's got no face.
Alanga.
That's absolutely outrageous.
And then and Sugar. Which there's rumours that Sugawara might be out the door. How do you feel about that? How are you rating Sugawara's time at Southampton so far?
Meh.
But then again, hasn't everybody been meh? I mean, I say meh is pretty good for this Southampton squad.
Yeah. I mean, he's creative. He's quick.
Granted, we were spoilt with Kyle Walker-Peters. But there's been less defensive mistakes on that right-hand side since Kyle's gone. So,
yeah, different kind of player there, isn't it? Different kind of player.
Yeah, defensive in a defensive position.
Yeah, it's
for
true.
a defence that's terrible.
Yeah. All right, who's sticking in the middle of the park?
It's going to be Pop Charles in there for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Shay Charles. What?
I know. It's not right.
It's not right, and it's not okay.
Because I look at this squad and there's a part of me that thinks that it's a very midfield heavy. Having to playing 5 at the back, 3 at the back, what you want to call it, and having then 2 CDMs in front of them for me seems a little bit much.
Yeah.
But I do think it'll be Charles, Downs, Matty.
But if you have a situation where, I mean, like, Quasi goes for a wander up here a lot.
Well,
and it ends up being like this.
When Jay scored at the weekend, the first player next to him was Howard Bellis.
Yeah.
We won against Wrexham because Jack Stevens was playing in number 9.
Yeah, that's
like
what I mean.
these centre backs are running forward, so maybe it is better to have 2 CDMs so they can drop back a little bit. I mean, Charles does end up playing centre back quite a lot throughout the games.
Yeah. But it's also because they're going to get the ball back as well.
Yeah.
Like they're aggressively going to get the ball back, and if they push forward like that, then ultimately you've got cover at the back to cover any overlaps that tend to happen. So I get it. I just think we need. I think Wellington shows some promise, but maybe someone on this right side that's more of a winger.
So you think Ryan Fraser? I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think he starts there though. I don't think he.
I in my predicted lineup onto it, I did put Ryan Fraser in that position.
If you think it's the strongest, then
I think Ryan Fraser needs to go there because you want that flying fullback role.
Yeah.
He can do a little bit of everything. He's Mr. Utility. Somehow he's got so much pace.
How do I change it? Change you.
Scroll to the bottom.
Is it there?
No, because you're just going to put the bench on there now. So scroll to the bottom.
Scroll to the bottom.
Then remove.
Remove. There we go. Okay.
Wee man.
Just put in Ryan. Find it. There he is.
Yeah.
Playing for the right club. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
So that looks slightly more.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. If you've got someone, and effectively you've kind of got Taylor Howard-Bellis playing right back, which we can get in all kinds of conversations with centre halves playing in right back positions, can't we, Jack? But not that he's done a bad job. It's just sometimes it can be questioned.
I really do prefer it when players play their position.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
I know that's a controversial statement.
I like it when Baz has got gloves on. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, much better. Much better.
Well, you say that, but have you? I mean, has there been a Southampton goalkeeper that's played more with his feet than Baz?
That's true. And he scored away at Preston.
Exactly.
So, right, let's go to the left side of midfield. What are we thinking?
I don't think it'll be. I think it'll all be central midfield. I think that'd be Downs and Matty.
Okay.
In those positions, there playing a bit narrower than we've currently got it set.
What, Matty on the leftish side?
You can call it that. Fernandez
with an S. Learning how to spell. Can
you believe he's still here? He's great.
It's an utter cheat code. It really is. You going Flynn?
Yeah.
Flynn needs to chill out. I'm getting really nervous of how aggressive Flynn is playing and the sort of yellow cards he's picking up because we got a derby coming up and it's exactly the sort of player.
I cannot wait for Flynn to deck somebody in that Portsmouth team.
But you don't want him suspended by the time that fixture comes around because what we've got Stoke at the weekend, we've got Watford.
That won't matter, mate, because by the time that game comes around, we will have 2 new number 10s in this squad and we'll be the most dynamic attacking team in the league, so it really won't matter none.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I think you've got to give Jay one of those attacking positions
On the right side?
Yeah, nice and comfy. He is not on there.
He's not on there.
He won't be on there.
Should we call him Van Persie for now?
Yeah, let's put Van Persie in there. We can all agree that is Jay Robinson.
I got to check. Otherwise I wouldn't have done it justice.
I'm pretty sure he's not on there.
There's a Jay Robinson who plays at Sheffield United. It's absolutely outrageous. How dare?
I mean, it's just clearly this hasn't updated yet, so I think we can put
Robin Van Persie.
I mean, I feel they've got loads of like old players on there, so let's just can you put Pele in there because it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or Maradona if he's available. There he is. Yeah, just pop Pele in there. We all know who we're talking about.
Yeah, if you see Pele on the screen, it's Jay Robinson. Cool.
I think
good.
It's not even that much of a stretch.
No, it's just same player to me.
Look very similar.
Is Damien Downs on there, or are we even going for Damien Downs?
Well, I kind of would like to see Ross Stewart play because I've seen Ross bag goals. We've seen him score against Arsenal.
Okay.
He's a great target man in the box. I think he deserves this chance. We know that he can score goals in the Championship.
Yeah.
I think he's got the one thing that he has over the other attackers in that team is something to prove, and not because he's played poorly. It's because he's not been able to play.
Yeah.
And I just like to see our man get in there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the chats off the stage so you can actually get a good look at that.
Well, someone seems to be spamming it, so can we mute that? Mute that person. You're in a timeout, son. How does that feel?
Look at that.
Don't act like a mere child.
Yes.
We've signed a player, boys. Who's this?
What's happened?
What's happened since we've been on
We've just been chatting about the team lineup. Tell us all.
What is going on? Oh, hey, hold on. Hey. Oh, we have signed a player. Oh, my God. What's happened?
I thought people were talking about the fact that we put Pele in the lineup.
Southampton have signed Brentford right back Mads Roslav? How are we saying that?
See, this is why it's ridiculous to do anything in transfer. Because
Look at us announce there's things that's happening whilst we're on air.
Hang on, I've got a slide. Breaking transfer news, everyone.
He doesn't have a slide of the person who it is, but I can just whack that to the camera.
Yeah, hang on. It's a stretch. There it goes.
Oh my God, he's out of focus.
It's out of focus. Come on. Just put it in there. There we go. Back a bit. Back. There we go.
Oh, if we were on webcams, it'd be so much easier.
It would. I'd be able to have like, it's fine. Wait, you can just go online. Hang on.
I'm sorry. Try to take my phone away.
Roslev, a right back
from Brentford. So that we've signed a player. Oh my God, a player! And here's the exciting thing about this: not only have we signed a player
live on air, that happened.
Is he going to be? I mean, take Fraser out. Let's pop him in there. But he's 26 as well, so he's not a young boy either.
Yeah.
Well, relatively, he's not like we've signed an 18-year-old to send against Gestapo. It's the fact there was no rumour about this either. Have you seen that name at all?
No.
So it kind of makes you think, okay, well, if we didn't know about this one, are there some attacking options that we don't know about? Are we about to see some signings that, going on?
Yeah. Yes, guys, totally ignored the guys in the room while you chatted away. Yeah, absolutely. As it should be.
Yeah. So it should be. Yeah. So it should be.
Yeah.
Well, thank God, Rusty.
Thanks, guys, for letting us know.
Thank God, Rusty. I mean, we have had, the comments have been down for a minute or two, but here we go. Absolutely mad.
Here we go. Oh dear, it's not a good start. Brentford's most hated player, allegedly. Well, he is now because he's now playing in the other red and white. So our fierce rivals from West London.
Leaving that sinking ship that is Brentford. Relegation fodder, Brentford.
Oh, look at this. This is all good stuff. It's great that other people have done the research on it for us already. So
Thank God for you people.
SFC Jersey. He was on loan at Wolfsburg last year under Hasenhüttl.
So the man can press.
It's good.
That means he can press.
It's good.
Nice.
But then also, if we signed a right back, what does that then mean for not Wee Man? I'm thinking
Sugawara.
It's
It's. I mean, I think that as much as I've not seen rumours about Mads at all, I have seen rumours about Sugawara going out.
Yeah.
Maybe the English league is just a bit too tough for him. Maybe there's just a bit too much there to it. It's hard to say, but it's just we've signed someone. It's hard to say anything about it because I don't know who he is. But next time you come on this, you watch this channel, I will pretend that I know exactly who he is, and there'll be notes about him. So.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm quite annoyed we didn't get a call from Phil or Johan.
Phil. What's the point of paying for this channel if you're not going to give us insider knowledge?
Exactly.
So does that probably mean Issa Kabor is off the cards then from City? Do we think that's maybe not happening, or do you think maybe that's somebody else that we're going to be looking for?
I think it'll be a hard push to say, "Hey, we've got another right back."
Especially when you got Bree, Charlie Taylor in the background as well.
Charlie's more of a left, but
yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it could well mean that if another one goes out, then maybe it opens up to come in. But no. Yeah,
just thanks. No rumours, no build up, no speculation. Deal done. Nice work. So it does kind of make me a bit excited for the rest of the window again. I think we've all had a bit of a tough day.
Yeah.
We've all had a bit of a tough day. I think the funny thing about the club today, I think the two things you see people complaining about is these transfers not working out properly, and then boom, there's a player.
Yeah.
And then this multi-club model is not very good. Boom, we've sold a player within the multi-club. So
yeah, exactly that.
Crazy stuff. What big day in Southampton. Thank God we streamed tonight.
Yeah. Indeed. So are we agreed that this is our strongest 11?
Pele, yes.
Again, just to be clear, Pele, Jay Robinson is not on lineup builder yet, so we've had to substitute in Pele, who's equivalent player to Jay Robinson's ability, as far as we could figure out.
Yeah, so. I feel if the great man could have witnessed Jay today, he'd be like, he would have made it in the Brazil squad.
Exactly. He would have said, be my guest, use my image.
Pele would have gone, if there was no offsides in the game for his guy, he would also score 1,000 goals.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I like what you're doing with Ross Stewart here. I think maybe does he start the weekend? Does he do 90 minutes? I think that both of those are big questions for me. But I don't think it's a terrible idea to start him. I just don't see him getting 90 minutes on the pitch, but... I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
At the beginning, in the summer, Bookie's favourite for Golden Boot was Cam Archer, and we're not even really discussing him.
That is mad.
Yeah.
That's actually mad. The fact that... well, let me go into the chat section and see if anyone else mentioned it.
Yeah, is anybody else out there rating Cam Archer? And if they are, is he meant to be number 9 or a...
It's new signing, lads. All this stuff here. I didn't even see it.
We probably should have been
new
looking.
Signing.
Sometimes, guys, we're so busy entertaining you, we kind of forget that we should probably listen to you more.
Yeah.
But yeah, where does everybody think Archer should be playing? Like, what's his best position? I kind of thought with the pressing game, he'd be cutting the lines a lot better than he is. But then again, has he been given a chance?
There we go. Here's one here. Who's been given a chance?
Cameron Archer.
Yeah.
The player we're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We'll get into that. Bazunu, Fraser, Tewa Bellis, Edwards, interesting. Stevens, Manning, Downs, Charles, Fernandez, Armstrong, and Stewart.
So still Stewart, but Armstrong, huh?
I mean, I think considering the game that Jay Robinson has, he puts a difficult situation to Will Still to
I don't even think Adam Armstrong had a bad game against Ipswich. I just think he's not putting the ball in the net, but he is getting in good positions and doing stuff.
He's too isolated.
But he is too isolated.
When he's put in that position, I think he needs to play on the right. I think that's what would make sense. And then if you've got maybe you've got a more of an attacking player there, and you sort of substitute like for like, and then use one of the centre halves to fill in that. I don't know. Depends how the game's going, I guess. And let's not forget the last time at home we actually then ended up with our entire strike force on the pitch, which I absolutely loved. So, and to have front four of all strikers, and it was still Jack Stevens that got the winner at the end. So, absolute Hollywood that was. Okay, cool.
Is it me or is it something about this Mads that gives slightly Stuart Armstrong vibes?
Yes, and I'm going to really struggle from distance.
Well, no, because you used to have Stuart Armstrong and James Ward-Prowse really confusing you.
And Jamesbury.
Oh, yeah, and Downs a little bit.
And Downs. And Orsic. Remember when they all played together? I was like, I haven't got a chance.
Wait, Orsic played?
Yeah, it's true. It was a brief moment of terror. I do remember that, though. There's
again,
Stuart
but
Armstrong.
Is this the game where we go to the back four?
I think you'd have to ask Will still that. I think he likes how that's set up. And I think so long as we get the ball back quickly, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Well, lock it in, mate. Lock it in.
Yeah. All right, we'll lock that in. There's a lot of people still calling for a back four. Anyway, that's what we currently think is our strongest 11. Agreed. Right, cool. Right then, let's get on to score predictions. Of course, this is the section of the show. Audacious section of the show. Where's that image there? What's going on here? Cinema layout? No one's on screen there. Ooh. There we go. Let's stick with that. So this is the section of the show where you guys get to put in your score prediction ahead of the weekend's game. So stick them in the chat section now. If you're watching us on replay, stick them in the comment section and keep this conversation going that way. And me and Jack will be going through all of those right after we've given our own score predictions.
It's definitely your turn to go first this week.
Is it my turn to go first?
Definitely.
I want my statement win. I want a clean sheet. I want a Maserati on the drive, a swimming pool in the backyard. I want all these kinds of lovely things. Are they going to happen? Maybe this weekend they do.
I've literally seen a hot tub duck kicking around here. What are you talking about?
I'm going to go. I want my clean sheet. 2-0 Saints.
2-0 Saints. I love that.
Yeah.
This is more giving Stoke respect for the opening few games. I don't think we're going to keep that clean sheet. I do think they're going to score, but I don't think they're going to score first. I don't think we're going to go behind in this game.
Okay.
So I am going to go for a ginormous 3-1 because 3-1 is a 2-0 for a team with a leaky defence.
There we go. Right, Jack's going for a throw. I've done 2-10 there. There's 2-0. There we go. So smash them in. Right, I'm locked.
Goal scorers?
Goal scorers for me. I think I'm going to go Jay Robinson, and I'm going to go for a quasi header.
Nice.
Like that?
Yes, I do like that indeed.
Yeah.
I'm similar. I'm going to go for a Ryan Fraser goal. I think Wee Man might bag maybe one of the later goals, and I think a little brace from whichever striker starts. So if it's Ross Stewart will score a brace, or if it is Downs will score a brace, or if it's Cameron Archer, or if it's Adam Armstrong, whoever's playing that number 9 position will get a brace.
Nice.
That's what I want.
All right. Okay. So 3-1. 2-0. Right, let's go through all of these.
Do you know the rules? No draws?
I haven't seen any yet.
I feel like I actually have to say that now after last week's. What are the rules, Jack? Like you all forgot.
You know the rules. Yeah. Right, Dan D. Oh, he's looking at it with me. Dan D's going for a 2-0 win. JB Rovers is going for a 3-1 Saints. He's with you, Jack. Armstrong, Fernandez, Stewart for us. Manhoof for them. I pronounced that right. Spud72 is going for a 3-2 Saints. Want an absolute cinema on the pitch again. Look at that. Andy Alworth's going for a 4-1 Saints against Ipswich. I'm a bit reluctant to make a prediction. I said 4-1 to Saints against Ipswich. I'm a bit reluctant to make a prediction. Oh, come on, Andy. Just don't predict a draw. You'll be fine. Alpha's going for a 2-1 Saints with a Robinson's brace. Samuel Gator is going for a 3-2. SFC Joe's going for 4-0 Saints.
I love these audacious. You guys are definitely watching the right channel.
Exactly. Pick a t-shirt up at the door. You are so on brand with that.
Speaking of off-brand.
And the image on the thing.
Well, that explains it all.
This kind of Irvin Wilson is also going for a boring 1-1. Dandy's put goal scorers in Fernandez and Downs to score. I guess looking at the spelling there, that's Flynn Downs, I guess. Yeah. James is going for a 3-1.
Yes, please.
Armour the Goat. I love that. 4-1 Saints. Robinson, Fernandez, Stewart, and Armstrong. What a variety there. We've got our prediction from Andy. Good man. Well done. Saints 2, Stoke 0. Fernandez and Robinson. Stoke will have a man sent off. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I like that. Graham's going for a 3-1 Saints with Taylor, Velas, Robinson, and Fraser. And Isaac is going for a 3-1 to Saints. Stoke have beaten Derby and Sheffield Wednesday, relegation battlers. They may be good, but they haven't played anyone yet. I don't get the Stoke hype, but we don't know how to defend. Do you agree with that? Don't know how to defend? We're getting there. We've made a few messes, haven't we?
I think both the goals we've conceded so far have been, it's not because the defence has leaked. It's because they've literally put the ball in their own net as close as you can. So
yeah,
it's what it is.
It is what it is. I'm seeing that red flashing light.
Yeah, I can see it too. That's scary.
What does that mean? So it means that I think the camera may be overheating. So we'll just have to work with that. Let's talk. Thank you so much for those score predictions as well, by the way. Let's have a chat about the transfers and all the madness of it. And if we have
the madness of it.
Very good. Very good. If we have to cut to another camera, we'll have to cut to another camera. Just have to bear with us.
It will quickly go into a webcam camera. We'll go from
it will be sleeky and then
HD to 240p.
Yes. This camera overheats, man. Wild. Right. So a quick chat about transfers because it's been a bit of a mess, I think, with what's going on with Spurs Jan. And, is this certain man here as well? Finn Azaz from Middlesbrough. I think that's another good contender. Looks solid stats, does the business in the Championship. I don't particularly hate the idea of that. So, yeah, let's have to wait and see, really. But, hey, we just signed a player, so...
We've literally just... we can't be too greedy. We've just signed a player. Yeah, it's... The stuff with Edouard, it's very confusing. Would you like me to try and give everybody the brief summary of what the whiplash of today is? So, what it seems to be right now is that we've offered the right amount.
Okay.
We offered what the club wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Player and agent were like, bueno, let's go. And the club were like, well, actually, we promised you to a big club. And that's not Southampton. What that actually means is we could probably get a bit more from you after another season. And you're absolutely banging goals. You're well and truly on people's radar now. Mm-hmm. So to let you go would be a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Today we have seen really crazy reports from coming out from the Russian site. It's Krasnodar. Mm-hmm. That's the team. And it just seems to be that they are spiting pure Russian propaganda of Saints can't buy because of embargoes with Russia and the UK. That's been proved not to be true very quickly. There have been the player doesn't want to do it. Player's agent has come out saying that's not the case at all. There's Southampton haven't got enough money for it. That's not the case at all. It seems the club are doing everything they can do. We've got our own little Isaac situation. We've got our own little Newcastle in Russia is what's happening here.
Presumably, though, if it's a problem for funds to be released from an English league club to a Russian league club, then every single club will be affected by that.
Exactly, and not only for the Russian clubs, but quite good for us is that Sunderland have literally just signed. I can't remember what boy's name, but from a Russian club. So they've proved already that you can do this. Yeah. If worse comes to worse, we've got the multi-club model, so Gestape could buy them and loan them to us immediately, kind of like what we've been doing to them. Again, we've been sort of insulting the multi-club model, but today we've just made a little bit of money from that model, selling one to Gestape. So, there's benefits for having the multi-club model, so hopefully we can do that. it's a transfer that at certain points today I was like, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. It is going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then we put in a really big bid. I think it's something like 18 million euros. I think it works out to about 13 million pounds, plus an extra million if we get promoted, and then an extra 500,000 if we remain in the Premier League.
Right. Okay.
Plus a decent contract for him. So the club's done everything they can, I think, and I think it's just a matter of Krasnodar just not wanting it or allowing it to happen. So, but there are other options. We've me and Mike have been looking at Finn Azaz. That's kind of been our little chat this evening.
Yeah.
Extremely consistent stats in the Championship. Like, I was almost kind of blown away, but I was looking at the stats earlier on. But he's played 67 games for Middlesbrough, and he was on 67 games for Plymouth when he left. 15 goals for Plymouth, 16 goals for Middlesbrough, 17 assists for Middlesbrough, 15 assists for Plymouth. He's had 92 Championship appearances, 23 goals, 22 assists. Those are crazy consistent numbers.
Yeah, it's decent.
It's
very decent.
And he'd be cheaper than the other options that we've been looking at. I think we were talking about Rondoni from Coventry last week. That doesn't sound like it's going to happen at all. I think he's happy with Frank Lampard. They could be pushing for a playoff spot anyway, and we're a competition rival in that sense. So I think we'd have to pay a dirty amount of money to get him in here. So Azaz seems like a good option for me. And with Will's already saying that Matty's going to be a number 8. That's his best position. To have a 6, an 8, and then that 10, I think it'd be midfield would be absolutely elite.
I think there are a few options flying around. I think one thing that's taught us from this evening's events is that something's probably going to pop up that we had no idea where it came from, and then all of a sudden business is done. So I'm sure this will be going long into the rest of the transfer window, which is going to come fast around towards the end because we've only got like a week and a bit left to go. So there'll be, I'm sure, plenty of things going on. So please keep the conversation going in the chat section, in the comment section. After this, there'll be plenty to be discussed about. But yeah, thank you so much for watching here with us live. We will be at the game at the weekend. Plenty to chat about there. Hoping for a emphatic win.
Yeah, come buy us a £14 slice of pizza if you see us.
There's no need, really.
There's no need.
There's no need. So.
If you get to the game this weekend and the pizza is cheaper, that was me. That was me that did that. You're welcome.
Exactly that. And let's hope they sort the kiosks out. And
oh my God, please just let there be gas. All I wanted was an Asahi.
Yeah.
The one time I wanted to buy a beer at the concourse, I couldn't do it.
Exactly that. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us live on here. We'll be jumping on to another live at some point next week. But of course, if you see us at the game, come say hello. Get involved in the vlog. As always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And me and Jack will see you in the next one.